Hiya, back again as promised. So today we're going to do a little bit about garlic. Now I just love garlic. I've actually been to a restaurant in San Francisco where every dish is just flooded with garlic. They even got a garlic ice cream, which was different. I don't know if I'd order it again, but anyway. So I'm just going to do a couple of things that I do all the time with garlic. Obviously I use it in many dishes, but one of the things I personally find is sometimes when you get home after work, or you decide to cook, by the time you chop this and you chop that and do this, you just it's too much effort. That's why a lot of people don't enjoy cooking. I personally, as you know, love it. So there's a couple little simple steps that I just do to keep the pantry stocked, and so when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. They're sort of restaurant things as well, so the whole thing of getting mind of a chef. Anyway, let's move on. So garlic. So you've got your standard garlic, which is just garlic. Now there's different types of garlic. You can get a lovely smoked garlic, and there's also black garlic. Black garlic is something that they sort of we think is a new sort of product. It's actually been used in Asia for many years. Its medicinal purposes are really fantastic. It's actually got twice the antioxidants as normal garlic. The way they make it is they actually put it in it's sort of a really slow aging thing at a certain temperature, and it's ready after 3 weeks, but they can do it for up to 60 days of just letting it sit there kind of thing, and it just at this a very low temperature. They say you can do it at home in a rice cooker or a slow cooker, but the problem is you've just got this waft of garlic just going around the house all the time. So yeah, they say it can make you a bit hungry. It's not something I've used a lot, but watch this space because I'm going to start playing around with it. But I'm thinking, garlic butters for steaks, and anyway, I'll get back to that one in a minute. And then there's smoked garlic as well. So they're the two that you can buy. Jamie, our lovely greengrocers at Cannavale, stocks both of these for the locals. If not, you'll find them at really good foodie markets, or good sort of produce stores will have them as well. Hello?
When you say Jamie, you mean prickly pineapple?
Prickly pineapple, yes, sorry. The prickly pineapple. So now the two different things with garlic, okay, so this is going back to what I said before, but there's the black garlic that's been aged. So you've got two things with garlic. You've got raw garlic, which can come in two forms. If you've got, once again, fantastic greengrocer or a good food supply, you can get it already peeled, which is lovely. If not, pour yourself a glass of wine, get about 10 bulbs or something, and sit down and have a garlic peeling session. Quite therapeutic. So in the raw state, what I feel is garlic is sort of sharp, it's punchy, it's going to get you. So I'm thinking like Thai food, where you want it sort of, come at you with the chili and stuff and all that sort of lime and, all those juices. When you roast it, or the black garlic, or smoke it even, what happens is that there's sugars in the garlic caramelizes and becomes really softer and more mellow, and think of an Italian pouring you a glass of red wine, and and then just sitting there, and that's a smoothing, huggy kind of garlic. So you've got the sort of mad sort of, let's go, and then you've got the smooth one. So how we do them and what I do with the raw garlic. So first of all, my raw garlic is, obviously I'll have some cloves in the fridge because sometimes you just want to slice it, you don't want it minced, but for most of my general sort of garlicky ways is I'll just pop in a little food processor. I'll just grab some olive oil, fairly liberal, because most dishes that you use garlic, you're obviously going to use olive oil as well. And then I'm going to put a nice pinch of, and get some nice good quality salt as well. Table salt's got its places, but generally I try and use as much good quality salt as possible. And then basically, as easy as it is, I just lid it and blitz it. Now that'll keep in the fridge. I'll just pop that in a little container later on. That'll keep in the fridge for quite some time.
No worries.
Power. That's all pretty basic. We don't really need to stand there doing that. So I just blitz it to a fine paste. Then I put it in the fridge. I've got garlic on hand. When it starts to go a bit sort of greeny grey, it will be on its way out. The other thing as well, when garlic, if you stir it and it's bubbling, they say food doesn't talk to you, but if you listen, it does. If you stir it, it's bubbly, you open it, starting to bubble, that means it's gone. But it'll last for, to be honest, I couldn't tell you how long it'll last because I use a lot of garlic, but I'm talking probably 2 months kind of thing. So you can make a batch and then you've got it there. I also do the same with garlic, and then I'll put some chilies in it, and I'll put some lemongrass in it, and I'll put some ginger in it, so I've got a Thai paste on hand. So if I want to do a stir fry, bang, in the wok and off you go. You haven't got this, got to chop this, got to chop that. So these little things I might have an afternoon sesh well, just make all these pastes and blend them up, and then ready to go. So the other thing is obviously different dishes. So that's how I have my minced garlic, and then I'll have some on hand for sliced garlic. Now the roasted garlic, which is something I really warm to, because it's got this really smooth, mellow flavour I was telling you about before. Two ways. One way is just to pop your little cloves in a pot, and once again just cover with oil, and then just put it on a slow simmer. Now what you're going to gain out of this is not only are you going to have some lovely roasted garlic, you're also going to have this beautiful garlic oil as well, which you're thinking bruschetta, brush this on. I'll actually show you how to make a really good bruschetta one day. Anyway, so that's just going to go on a very low heat, but keep an eye on it. The worst thing is burnt garlic. It goes bitter, it goes, ugh, it's just really not good. Ugh. Okay, sorry, I've got a face in the background. Alrighty, so then the other way is to roast your garlic in the oven, or if you want to smoke it, if you're having a barbecue and say you've got, you're about to eat, and just chuck one of the cloves on the garlic, chuck one of these on the barbecue while you're having lunch, and it'll be ready when you finish. So you can make your own smoked garlic easily at home. But if you don't want to do that, as I said, Jamie at Prickly Pineapple's got it.
Could you show us just how to quickly peel a bit of garlic just on its own?
Okay.
No?
Yeah, no, I can, of course I can. Okay, so I'm just going to take a clove out of here. It's just easier said than done. We might do this another time, because what I want to show you is how we're going to roast the garlic, and you want to keep it in its whole little state, so we'll get to him some other time. But there's different ways. There's smash it with a knife, you do this, you do that. It's basically really what feels good for you, but we'll get to that another time, because I want to keep this whole. So I've just cut the top off. That I can just use for raw garlic for something, so I'll just put him aside, and then I'm just going to get a little tray, pop some silver foil in it. Now the reason I'm popping the silver foil in there is, number one, I'm going to make a little nest, which I'm going to put it in. So the oil that I'm going to drizzle over this, I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to get another little bit of oil and just screw him up, put him in the centre, and put the garlic in there. So he sits up nice and straight and he's ready to go. Once again, some nice olive oil, and just drizzle him. You won't get as much flavour out of this one for the oil as you would out of the garlic oil, that's why. So if you want to do one of your garlic oil, I'll go that way. If you want something, just want a little bit of oil, and you want to just do it like this because it's fun, do it like this. Okay, so now basically I'm just going to cover him with foil again and pop him in the oven, and it takes, depends on the bulb of your garlic, so they're all different. You get little bulbs, you get big bulbs, so it will depend on the size of your garlic. So he just goes in the oven and he's ready to go. Now one of the favourite things I like to do with the roasted garlic, which here I've got one that I prepared earlier. So I just roasted him off yesterday with my sardines in the oven, and he just comes out like that. So it just goes all lovely and squishy. Oh, and it's just so good, it really is. It's just absolutely amazing. So then to get them out, I've got another one here, so I'll just use him first because he's already on the go. Just squeeze it. Oh, look at that. So then we've got some butter here. Make sure you use a salted butter, and I'm just going to pretty much, it's just so soft you could chop it through, or you could put it in there and just smash it up with a fork. So let's just go with that, because it's going to save getting a very garlicky chopping board. How much you want to put in, it's up to you really, isn't it? As I say, I love garlic. Some people I'm around sometimes might not like the fact that I love garlic so much, but that's just, yeah, the way it is. So, okay, just wipe my hands. So basically, I'm just going to smash him through the butter, and the other ingredient I'll add to this, so just move him out the way, pop him in there, is parsley. I like a nice garlic butter to have some parsley. So this is your standard garlic butter when you make garlic bread, or you could put on steaks, or you could stir it through some pasta. You put it basically on anything, absolutely anything that you like, even ice cream. I'll leave that one for you. So just a little bit of parsley, just run the knife through. I prefer continental flat parsley, that's just my choice. As I've said that before, but it's up to you. So he just goes in there and you're off to go. So in that little time, I've got obviously the cooking time, but I've got some pureed fresh garlic that's going to live in the fridge that I'll use when it's on hand when I want it to go. I've got some garlic butter here made with the roasted garlic. Now you could use fresh, but just remember that's going to give you a zingy, a bit more like a takeaway what I call takeaway pizza delivery kind of garlic bread. This is going to give you a softer, more mild kind of garlic bread. So we've got the garlic butter there, we've got roasted garlic, which you can just use for so many different things. And if you haven't done this before, I could sit down just to eat that straight kind of thing. So if you haven't tried it before, I really suggest that you do. So I've got my minced garlic, my garlic butter, and I've got some roasted garlic cloves over there that are just going to gently simmer, but as I say, keep an eye on, but you don't want to burn it. And the garlic butter. So over the course of the next few days, because as I say I'm back on a roll, I'll be showing you a few different things to use with these. I'm thinking the next class we might do is a prawn class. I want to show you how to peel a prawn, how to butterfly prawn, and different sort of a couple of ways with prawns. So anyway, thank you again for your time and keep cooking. Bye.